Hey everyone, this is your OG, and this is another Godforge video. Are you struggling with coin, with having enough coin? Would you like to make it rain coin? Well, we can help you with that. Here we are at 120. This is the Golden Guardian. It's where coin is found. I want to show you how it's farmed, how it's really farmed the fun way. We're going to show you all of their builds at the end. But this is the team, and we are going to farm. And I'm going to show you. We're going to just put it on manual for these first couple waves. Keep everybody doing their basics. It just maximizes the run. But you could fully auto. All right, now ready? Zeus is loose. Raw, you're done. Set, you're done. Osiris, you're done. Anubis, right? HP, tanky, you're done. Horus, tanky as heck, you're done. I ain't even looking, you're done. Zeus is loose. Now we're here at the Golden Guardian. Fully auto. Look, Mom, no hands. We are now going to spank this Golden Guardian. Take him for at least, I'm hoping for a bounty of 450. Do you think we can do it? I think we might be able to. Oh, sorry. Guan Yu, if you would please put that drain out on the man. Achilles is already doing work. Got some bleed. A bleed, two bleeds. Or a bleed, I'm not sure. It's one or two. All right, we got blunt, so that's keeping his attack down. And you'll see, oh, there's 4 bleeds he's taken off. You'll see the fun start once Guan Yu puts his drain on. But even now, we're hitting very hard and doing several different forms of damage while keeping attack down and blunt on him so that he's not hitting us very hard and we don't need a whole lot of defense. Man, I didn't even think Guan Yu's going to use his core. He's had it, but he's never used it and put on drain. But he should be coming around here. Coming around on the old turn cycle, and he should put drain, and then he'll really start hitting for some good damage. But even if he doesn't, I think we have enough damage to do it anyways. But we'll see. I don't know why he's not putting drain. But we have 10 bleeds. We have accuracy down, attack down, some blunt on him. 321 bounty. Excuse me, 333 bounty. It goes up pretty quick at times. We are racing this last little bit of HP here to take down this last bit before he gets his ult here and kills us. But I think we can do it. I think we can. We're at 350 bounty. And for some reason, Guan Yu did not put drain on at any point in the fight, which is kind of a big part of the fight, a big part of the strategy. But as you can see, we did it even without it. Even without the drain and the 5%, we just schwacked him for 435 in 3 minutes and 22 seconds. 59 turns. So that's how you farm it. That's how you farm it. How much gold does that give you? 850,000 gold. That's the way to do it. That's how you farm this thing. And I didn't even get a very good run there. Guan Yu only had 93,000. So Achilles picked up the slack with 1.3 million, and Zeus did 1.7 million. So that was your damage right there. But Guan Yu didn't even really do what he normally does, which is hits for 5% or like 167,000, 170,000 for every time he lands his basic while drain is on. For some reason, he didn't use his drain at all. So, in fact, let's give it a shot. We'll do it again, and I will manual so that we make sure he does use his drain. And it's fun to watch Zeus get loose and just keep going. There's no end to it. The man is insane. He's a one-man wrecking crew. He is the cheat code. He's awesome. I have 8K attack on him right now. Not even lying. 8,000 attack. I'll show you at the end here. Going through, mowing through the enemy. Which one you want to go with first? Does it matter? All right. Now I'm going to keep manualing until I get drain on, just so you can see a little bit better run than the last one. Even though 435, who would sneeze at that? We're also going to wait to do... Oh, this is perfect, though. We need that shield. Thank you, Isis. And then the men's. Yes, put us on the men's. We'll go vanish. All right, here it is. Yes. Now let's have a field day. Okay, we've got drain. We've got joint attacks. You see the big chunk of HP that will come out here that every time Guan Yu hits. It is a 5%. Zeus is doing some massive equal damage himself because he's got 8K attack. But that chunk right there from Guan Yu is because it's under drain, and he is just chunking at him. Now, I didn't do it for that one, but it's only as basic that he gets it. Oh, weird. Just very good. Very good. The first drain is about to be done, and we have done more than half of his, basically 55% of his HP. Probably, well, 65 to 70% of his HP just in the first 3 turns of drain. And that's not bad. 2 minutes in, be sitting right here at half his divinity. At 300 bounty, you're going to do it. It's just now a matter of how much bounty, how much gold do you get to take down? How much do you get to see fallen? Oh, it's come back. We're at 390. Holy crap. 400. Oh, my word. It's highway robbery. It's highway robbery, I tell you. I'm taking him for too much. 420. Better believe it. Better believe it. Last 1 HP. Making it count. There it is. Got him, and he's still got a ways to go for divinity. We've got maybe 1 to 2 turns before he gets his ult. So you're looking at a 500 plus bounty run. I told you that's why I wanted the drain on. Sorry, the first one was so bad at 435. Here we are at 477, and he's got 1 more turn at least. So we should be over 500 here with 7 bleeds on. 483. I wonder if I have to manually use Guan Yu's core. If his AI is not using his core. It's interesting. There you are, over 500 bounty. He should, yep. So he's going to be going right now, 534. 534 bounty. Not bad, right? In 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That is how you farm the gold. And before I let you go, we'll look at all their builds. I won't, oh, Beowulf, nice. 1.01, so 1 million basically coin for that. Achilles did 1 million. Guan Yu matched him. Zeus did 2.4 million because he's boss, because he's the king of gods. Let's go look at their builds real quick. All right, we'll start with Achilles. Achilles. Yep. Achilles has got no HP. I'm building him almost to die and come back. It's like a strategy I'm going to be trying with in the next day or so. But he has just accuracy, 260 accuracy, so he lands his bleeds, and just shy of 4,000 attack, and then some crit damage and stuff. But all it was making sure he has the accuracy to land the bleeds and letting all the joint attacks and retaliates do their work moving him instead of having him have speed. So that's him. Guan Yu is rocking 30,000 HP, not too bad. Again, enough accuracy. You're like 173. That's not enough accuracy, OG. What are you doing? You need like 210. I know. But your OG is a trickster, and he likes to use the harpy, and the harpy ignores 20% of res. Oh, oh, that's dirty. So I don't need as much accuracy to land. That's why you saw him land it. But now, for some reason, he doesn't like to use his core, it seems, while on auto. So that's a little tricky. But this has got Beowulf's imprint on it. So he does 10% increased damage to bosses. So it's kind of bananas. That's why it was so fun. That's why it went so crazy like it did. Let's put up his gear to 16. You see some defense on him. He's not trying to be attacked. He's trying to be tanky and to survive. So that's what he's built for. I've got him in the 6-piece Avenger set. So it gives him 15% of damage, a heal from what he attacks with. 15% of the damage he heals. Grants him 25% chance to counterattack. So he uses that basic more often. And then increases damage when counterattacking by 50%. Can you add up all those multipliers? I can't, but he hits like a truck because of it. So that is Guan Yu. And like I said, I've got the Harpy on him because it ignores his res and allows me to put attack and more HP, making him more sustainable. But also not having, like, otherwise I'd have to use a weapon with accuracy, and then it limits which weapons I can use. So this way, using the Harpy, now I can build him in a different way and meet the accuracy threshold. So anyways, that's Guan Yu. Who else do we have in there? Sphinx. Sphinx has got a Sovnaya. She gains turn meter when attacked. Blah, blah, blah. She's got Leonidas, so she takes 10% of her HP as barrier for every attack that's on her. So that's all our D. So that's the only D we have. So that works. She's got some healing here with an increased healing by 15%, defense, accuracy. So her accuracy is up over the 210 mark so that she lands all of her, blunt, attack down. All of that is important to help keep us alive. 198 speed. I'd like it to be over 210, but it works. It's okay. And then defense. So that's Sphinx. Sphinx, who was was it Shamash or Ice Shamash? Maybe it's Shamash. Shamash is getting a few more things here, but he is high HP, decent attack, decent defense, good speed, good initiative, and that's about it. That's all I really was focused on, making him tanky, helping him to use that HP to put out the highest shield possible for the rest of the team, and being as tanky and defense heavy as we can be. That's the whole goal for Shamash, and we're working to build him. Last but not least, is it Shamash? No, we used Sphinx, Guan Yu. Was it Shamash? We do have Mjolnir on Shamash with HP and the barrier, Leonidas as well. I don't even think we were looking for Brawler, so I'm still working his gear here, just trying to make him as HP heavy as possible. And then last but not least, here is Zeus, just shy of 8,000 attack, but when you put him in the lead role, times 0.3 plus, he has over 10,250 attack with 100% crit and 100% crit damage. And also, I believe, so no, there's, oh, and then he gets an additional 2% of the enemy's max HP against the boss. It's 80% less effective, so instead of getting 10% of the enemy max HP, he gets 2%. But that's still a pretty good amount against the Golden Guardian and Fafnir. So, and then putting Beowulf's 10% increase almost gives it back to him. So it's kind of like the Thunderbolt works, and it's a little bit better. So that's what I'm doing with attack on attack, and we are trying to go for the highest attack possible. So there's a little bit of speed, 220 speed. Yeah. Zeus is a little buggy right now. Like, I'm having a hard time taking certain pieces of gear off. Like, this isn't the piece of gear that's on him right now. Uh, so it's a little weird. This is right here, this wolf piece of gear. So there's some issue with it. Like, it doesn't show it coming off and stuff like that. So it might be impacting his stats. I'm not sure. But with the attack, it's crazy. I do think we actually have that attack on him with everything that we've put, because I built it up. He was at 5,500 attack, then he was at 6,500 attack. So we were getting there. I also have one with crit damage that I'm building on the side. We've got Grail that defense. The HP Grail is almost at 60. World Splitter defense at 60. That's at 60. The Mjolnir is 1 away from being at 60. The Blood Sword is 2 away from being at 60. That will help Drac do some serious damage at 151. I haven't used the Ami No at all because it just doesn't make any sense. But I had one. I've gotten a ton of them, do nothing with them. Solar Flare, I'm building that HP. I've got all of them. I just need the Ecker Godsteel, and I just haven't gone and farmed it. There's the Harpy. I have a Heka built out with accuracy and HP. And that was for Drac to give him enough accuracy and HP. And then I've got a Sylvania that's on the Sphinx you saw. I've got a Turfing, which helps reduce the chance of weak hits. And I have Shinigami's passive on it. That was just something I was trying out early on. And then some of the rares I built. I have a lot of weapons. I have a Shamshir with the Hound of Duat. This was a really powerful. This is really good for 150 or for 120, honestly. If your damage dealers need accuracy and HP like Drac does, this works so well. It gives you turn meter after using the ultimate, so they come around faster, and you get barrier for 5% of the damage you inflict. This is only not good for 151 when after 3.75 million damage, Fafnir technically doesn't have any more HP, so when you hit it, it doesn't put any more barrier on, so it no longer is good. So for 151, Hound of Duat is not a good imprint, but for 150 and 120, it's an amazing imprint to keep your damage dealers alive and not need to have as much defense on your team, really letting you max out how fast and how hard you hit and how much coin you get, or how many times you hit and how much coin you get. We have a Kopesh with a Pangu. This is steals 5% divinity, sort of like the poor man's Ami No. We were trying to make one, but I don't think I'm worried that none of the divinity steal works. Just like they managed to turn it off like from the heavens, and so I don't want to build out. I have another Pangu waiting in the wings to pull his imprint from. Totally to sacrifice a Pangu for an imprint and get at least 2 of them. That would be 10% divinity steal. Maybe that's the only way you could do divinity steal, but it seems to me like it's not working on either Golden Guardian or Fafnir at all. Even like Hound of Duat's basic isn't stealing any divinity from what I've seen. So I don't want to risk building it all out and trying to use it and having it not work. So I've just got this one as like a test run. This is my straight damage, the Battle Axe, Hound of Duat, attack, and you get barrier for all the damage you could do. Strong hits do 18% more. If we got one more, we do 20%. But this is like, Kopesh has been one of my favorites because you heal HP when attacking under a debuff. So if you're putting bleeds on a Fafnir or on a Golden Guardian, you're guaranteed to be healing by 8 to 10% every time you attack. That's very nice. And you can see the Shamshir. I also use that for Achilles. I was working on some counterattack ones, but I didn't really build them out fully. But that is our team, and that is 120. We can farm it pretty much on demand and have as much coin as we need. And that's very helpful. All of our builds are completely maxed out. Our weapons are pushed up as long as we have the Godsteel, and that's what you want. You want no real restrictions to be able to try this, try that, and find out what's the very best thing. Well, everybody, this is it for us. Thanks for sticking with us. I hope you learned something that will help you farm more coin from 120 for the remainder here of wave 3. If you enjoy this, like the video below. Thanks for sticking with us all the way through this. Take care of yourself, and remember, play smarter.